I saw a post on Threads that said if a tourist wants to experience the real Africa, they won't find it in South Africa. I then heard an African YouTuber say the exact same thing. In the first instance, people commented by asking, what is the real Africa? Welcome to South Africa, my beloved country, where every road leads to adventure. Did you know that South Africa was ranked as the friendliest country in the world in a global study? Cape Town is my favorite city in the world. The city was crowned the 2025 best city in the world by Time Out. I made a conscious decision not to show the African continent in a negative light on my channel. I do not visit impoverished areas and stick my camera in people's faces for content, because I understand that no one would choose to live in an informal settlement or in squalor if they had a different option. I choose not to perpetuate stereotypes about the African continent. When I was visiting Kenya, my tour guide showed me Kibera, a huge slum area in Nairobi. I had no desire to go there to take pictures or videos. What I wouldn't do in South Africa, I try not to do in other people's countries. When I was visiting Ghana, I noticed that there were developmental challenges when it comes to infrastructure. This became more evident as we drove from Accra to this Cape Coast castle. Also, I chose not to take pictures nor videos. There are plenty of such images out in the world. The purpose of my trip to Ghana was to learn about the history of Africa, which is the history of the world. What Africa needs are new narratives and perspectives. We saw the reaction online to iShowSpeed's Africa tour. People in first world countries were shocked to see development in African countries. It was comical yet understandable because we haven't done enough to counter the narratives that are out there about our continent. Every continent and every country has its own challenges. Other countries understand that their country is a brand and therefore are intentional about the image that they export globally. The more I travel, the more I fall in love with South Africa. South Africa is the most industrialized economy in Africa, and it is also one of the most developed countries on the continent. I was watching a YouTube video of a Black American who relocated to South Africa, and the person said, when coming from a first world country, the best option for them on the continent was South Africa because the country allows for a soft landing on the continent. The everyday conveniences you find in first world countries are also available in South Africa. next time, Cape Town, hopefully soon, you will always have my heart. Now let's travel to another province in this welcoming, friendly, and beautiful country. You can enjoy a self-drive safari on hundreds of kilometers of well-maintained roads. They say the bush rewards patience. This is the only time I don't mind being in a roadblock. The park is home to the big five animals. Can you name them? Have you been on a safari? A safari is one of the best things you can do for yourself, especially if you love wildlife animals. And when you want to unwind and relax, it is so soul soothing. During South African National Parks Week, which typically happens around September, as a South African, you can enter most national parks as a day visitor for free. Just remember to carry your ID and check the South African National Parks website for updates. Kruger National Park forms part of the Great Limpopo Trans-Frontier Park, which connects protected areas across South Africa, Mozambique, and Zimbabwe, allowing wildlife to roam freely. Thank you so much for coming with me on this journey across South Africa. Take care and may God bless you.